The D1 Council on Monday voted to allow schools to provide spring sports student athletes with an additional season of competition and an extension of their period of eligibility. Members also adjusted financial aid rules to allow teams to carry more members on scholarship to account for more incoming recruits and student athletes who have been in their last year of eligibility who decided to stay.
Yeah, so we're getting our first look at the details of how this will work functionally. And so everybody's getting an extra year of eligibility. And as I understand it, it is up to the schools on an individual basis, Jordy, to decide how much financial aid only the returning seniors will get, right? The other people who are on scholarship, they'll retain their scholarships. If you're a senior and you're coming back for a second senior year, then it's up to the school to decide how much financial aid they can give you. And I guess that makes sense given the fact that different schools all across the country are going to be in different financial situations for what it's worth. I would imagine that at LSU, and I think Scott Woodward kind of alluded to this, that all of those seniors, if you are on scholarship, that you will retain that scholarship for a second senior season. Great on them, though, expanding the roster limits and everything else and giving these people a chance.
Speaking of Scott Woodward, he joined the Paul Feinbaum show on Monday and talked about what lies ahead for the upcoming football season and shared a positive message on how Louisiana will respond to the COVID-19 pandemic.
You know, the good news for us Louisianians, having gone through Katrina and been through, a major disaster, is that we have a can-do spirit here, and we're very positive about things, and we're glass half full about it. Everyone I see is excited and positive, and I'm in the same boat. I see those trend lines. I'm positive, and I'm hoping that things go well. Things can always go poorly, but I'm a glass half full kind of guy.
Scott Woodward joining Paul Feinbaum on Monday's SEC Network. Daily, we're brought to you here by Donaldsonville Glass and Body, online dgbauto.com. Remember, 415 Division Street, 24-hour towing available from Kenny Frederick and the crew over there. Nick Frederick running the truck all day and night. If you need the vehicle moved to the shop, they can help you with your collision repair, your oil changes. They can shop tires for you, get your alignment correct. Vehicles are one of the essentials during this downtime that you need to make sure that you stay on top of. Donaldsonville Glass and Body helping you online, dgbauto.com. Big news last night from ABC and ESPN. Some think it's big news. I think they could have waited a couple of days before it debuted.
Y'all are being so negative here after Scott Woodward just told you to be optimistic, glass half full.
I just wish that they had
positive.
waited.
I'm positive about the pandemic.
Waited to tell us.
I'm negative about the last dance.
This is, y'all are, okay.
ABC's
y'all are
ESPN's
reaching to find a negative
highly
in this.
anticipated 10-part Michael Jordan documentary, The Last Dance, is being moved up to April, the Post has learned. Sources said the start date will be Sunday, April 19th.
So it's a day before 420.
So I still got 3 weeks of quarantining before that thing debuts. Couldn't you have told me 2 days?
When was it supposed to debut?
June.
Exactly. You got bumped up 2 months.
But what are they doing? What else do they have to do right now other than drop this
documentary? They're
documentary?
probably finishing the movie. Y'all keep assuming that the movie is done. It's not done. The trailer was just shots of people sitting down. Like all that was, you could make that trailer in 10 minutes.
What are you doing? You got the game footage. You got the interviews in the can. Call in the best editors from the world and talk about the window that the pandemic's allowing you to get this thing off the ground.
You should be thankful because now...
I should be watching this thing for the third time, really.
You can spend your entire 420 just binging this thing. Be in the zone. Be locked
Sounds awesome.
in.
That sounds awesome.
You think Mike himself will watch it on 420?
I don't know. Probably. The documentary was set to debut in June prior to the coronavirus outbreak that has halted games at all levels of competition. Social media has implored ESPN, ABC to move up the documentary's beginning because of the hunger for new sports programming. It's coming April 19th. The Last Dance will debut. LSU football, if you have not heard the sit-down with Coach Mike Krzyzewski and Joe Burrow. Also, Ed Ogeron joined him last week. So the last 2 weeks on Krzyzewski's radio show on Sirius XM, whoa, God bless you. The two guests have been Joe Burrow and Ed Ogeron. Rivs went through the Joe Burrow interview. It's about a 30-minute sit-down with Kay and Burrow talking about all types of stuff, including his relationship with his father, Jimmy Burrow, who was a regular here during the fall.
Yeah, he really tried to not be my coach as much as he could and just let my, elementary school, middle school, high school coaches do their jobs. But after every game, you could tell he was kind of like holding it in as much as he could, just giving his coaching advice. And he would always throw one or two things in there because, I'm sure you do the same thing. All coaches love to coach.
Krzyzewski asked Burrow about his preparation. He was so intrigued by the first answer, he dove in for more. Here was what Burrow was explaining about his preparation in his senior season at LSU.
After the game on Saturday, I would come in Sunday, watch yesterday's game, and then, watch 2 or 3 games from the team we're about to play. And then Monday, I would come in, watch the rest of the games. And then Tuesday, I would come in and we had cut-ups based off formation. So I'd watch all the formation cut-ups. And then Wednesday was my third down day, so I'd watch all the third downs from the year because defenses tend to be more aggressive and have a different structure on third down. And then Thursday, I would come in and watch all the red zone plays from the year. So I got 2 or 3 times over watching every play from every game of every year. So I prided myself in knowing on what was coming.
That's a lot of film. I mean, that is, I guess, what it takes to do what Joe Burrow does. Not a lot of human beings are wired that way. The only story that I can think of that reminds me of that is Tommy Moffitt back in the day when he was at Tennessee talking about one day Peyton rolls in there, Manning, and he's like, hey, I need you to come help me move some tapes out my car. And Moffitt's assuming it's a couple boxes, but apparently he had a hatchback full of VHS tapes of every single practice rep that he had ever taken because he would go home immediately after practice and watch them. So that's the type of obsessiveness that you have to be a great quarterback.
The Brady, the Burrow K sound is incredible. We'll play more for you coming up here on Off the Bench. Those are your headlines.